Well, here I am on this farm of land, and a couple of weeks ago I sat down and it's lovely here. It's a lovely place. Clouds are lovely. It's all trees. At night the fireflies are beautiful, brilliant. And a couple of months ago I was talking to my sister and she said, how in the honour of God did you end up there? And I told her the whole story about getting a job here, and I was going to do this and I was going to do that, and then I bought the land. And I was going to do Will Allen's style of growing power, growing food. And well, she said, how did you end up on that farm? What? And I thought about it and I thought about it. And it took me a while, it took me a couple of days to realise this is very similar to where I grew up. And I'm not talking about the lay of the land. I'm talking about the energy of the land. When you go out in the land, connect with the land, speak to the land. And I don't mean go out and have a conversation like you're talking to someone walking down the street. Whatever you need to do, your bare feet, kneel down, take a handful of dirt, close your eyes and ask the land. Ask it your deepest question and listen. And that's what I was very familiar with here. The hardship in this land. Heard the stories of the way this land is planted, terraced. And it broke my heart that it was all the slaves from Africa that built this land. Can you imagine what it's like to be taken from your own native land? Yeah, my culture. A lot of us were driven from the land, by the famine. But these people were ripped from their culture and from their land and forced into slavery here to build this land. But it's the hardship in the land that I identified with. I grew up in a land of hardship, where it was all about barely getting by. Sometimes never having enough. And I identified so easily with it. And as the days and weeks went by and months, I began to realise, what's up with this struggle? Why is there such a struggle here? And with a little bit of help from different healing modalities, I got to realising it was my own belief system. I firmly believed that there was no other way of life except hardship. And that's the belief that sorted my way of being, and it didn't matter what goodness came my way. I had a peculiar skill of turning that goodness into hardship. Do you want a life of hardship? Because you can have that and you can choose that. Or do you want to have a life of contentment and peace and success? Because you can have that if you choose that, but you can't have both. So go inside the spirit of water, to the spirit of the land, to the spirit of nature. And that takes courage. A lot of courage.